Rob, first of all, many congratulations on being picked to coach England. Was it a bit of a surprise, or did you see it coming over the horizon?
No, it's obviously a surprise. I mean, well, you said, is it a surprise when you probably hear people talking about it before I heard about it? So, I mean, there was obviously something in going on, but no, I mean, it was a surprise. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you know, we just get on with things here at Exeter, and we're just trying to become a progressive club and get ourselves established in the Premiership and do as well as we can. So I think this is probably hopefully just another little indicator that we're starting to get things right here. And hopefully, as I say, it's one of those kind of accolades that the club get. It's not just an individual thing.
From your point of view, does it help or hinder you? Because I guess in the summer you probably want to rest as well, and you know you've had a very hard season running the Chiefs, and you'd obviously have plans in place in the summer to kind of bring new faces in, or you know, plan summer training. Does that hinder you in a way that, in a sense, because you now have to go to the other side of the world to help coach the England team?
Well, for parts of it, obviously it does. But I think, you know, a lot of our recruitment, retention and contract stuff is pretty much there now. So I'm not too concerned about that part of it. Obviously, you know, the kind of pre-planning is something you can pretty much do on a phone and on a computer anyway. And, you know, we've got to remember we've got some very good coaches here who are more than capable of working hard and getting some of those things in place as well. You know, I'm back for pre-season. Don't miss any pre-season. It isn't like I'm suddenly going to disappear and not be involved with the club. You know, the time that I'm away would normally be a time away from the club, other than maybe meeting up and just getting a few pre-season plans in place. I'll have time at the end of the season to get those in place with the other coaches. So I don't think I have too much effect on what happens here at Exeter. If I thought it was going to have a negative effect on what did Exeter, I wouldn't be going. You know, I thought long and hard about that side of it, because you know, the reality is what we do here at Exeter is the most important thing. But I think the England role is an opportunity for myself to get better and experience different things. And I'd have been a bit of a hypocrite if I kept saying to the players that we expect them to experience things and expect them to work hard and learn new things and get better. And we also want them to be ambitious and try and play international rugby, and then turn around and say, but I'm not going to do that. So I think that's the reality of the situation. It's an opportunity for us to progress things, for myself individually, but also for the club, and that's very important.
How do you think it might improve you as a coach?
Well, I think first and foremost it'll just be a different experience, and I think that's what you learn from. You know, it'll be a different set of players. It'll be, like I say, a different kind of support staff involved over there, and it'll be a different type of rugby with different pressures. I think very much when you're a club coach, you kind of, you know, you've always got one eye on how you build for the future. And every game isn't the be-all and end-all. You know, they're very important. How you collect points in the Premiership season is very important, because, you know, we work very hard to get in the Premiership and we're determined to stay here. So there are pressures of relegation, but it isn't be-all and end-all on this weekend. And I think international will be slightly different. You know, it's relatively difficult to talk about building a side, although, you know, every team needs to go through that, and England are doing that at the moment. You can't really, you know, after a poor performance, turn around and try and lighten things up, because you know there's always another game next week. That often doesn't happen. So that's a different environment to work in, and one that, you know, as I say, because it's different, it'll be a different experience for me. And obviously working with a different group of players and how quickly you can pull together a set of players is another challenge that, again, will be a nice test.
Is that going to be a greater challenge as well, in the sense that, you know, you aren't going to have a lot of perhaps or some of the higher rated England players, because they will be with the Lions tour?
I don't think so. I mean, the reality is every player who's on the England tour will be a very, very good player. They'll be a very good Premiership player. You know, we've been involved in the Premiership long enough now to know that there's a lot of real quality out there. And you need to remember as well, those guys will be very hungry to prove something. And I think, you know, having a hunger and ambition is a key part about being a Premiership player, and it's a massive part about being an international player. So it'll be a great test for everybody involved. Argentina is a very strong rugby environment, and as I said, it's something that should be a great experience, and what everybody who goes out there has to do is make the most of it.